has the potential. Right, let's go in game then. Let's introduce our players for the first series here today. So we are going to have to the upper right hand side. Our purple Protoss player is going to be Jieshi. Oh my god, what have they done to my mouse options? People are casting off my account on Atlan, and they have destroyed my mouse options. Look at that, that's disgusting. Oh my god, please. I attempt to. There we go. Alright, to the top right hand side, it is Jieshi, our purple Protoss player. And down to the bottom right, it's going to be our teal Protoss player, it is herO. From CJ Entus, obviously, and that's kind of exciting because we've never really had, well, we haven't had herO playing in the Leifeng Cup ever before. He qualified the other day, and the qualifier which he did lose to Gummyho in the winner bracket, but then came through the lower bracket to qualify, and here he is in his group, a bit of a group of death. I was torn between this group and Group B as to which was the group of death, and I did decide on Group B. So this group is herO, Ryung, Keen, and Jieshi, and the other group was Stats, Alive, Gummyho, and Maxed. So Maxed and Jieshi kind of cancel each other out, and then you sort of look at player by player, and I think Keen and Alive are fairly similar, maybe Alive a bit stronger, but I would say Gummyho is a bit stronger than Ryung lately. But I think it really comes down to the Protoss players. I think they're both very good groups, but what did it for me, kind of claiming that Group B was the group of death, is that I just feel as though Stats is just so much more consistent and stronger than herO at the minute. So that was what did it for me, but I still think this is going to be a very good group, so looking forward to this. And just to see how this is gonna go. So again, guys, please do let me know if the sound is okay. We are currently running at a ridiculously good amount of FPS. Kind of concerns me that something is missing. Also, we're streaming at very good quality and very good FPS. I mean, to be fair, my laptop is actually a very good laptop. The usual issue only is the fact that it's a little bit loud because it's on the desk. If I actually connected my laptop up to a couple of monitors, they'd probably be really, really sick for cast on. In fact, I am considering just replacing my current PC with the laptop. It's just a little bit of here and there. And stuff like that. Did the stream just stop? Stream shouldn't be dead. Oh my god, stream's offline. Alright guys, we should be back. Apparently plugging in the monitor, the screen didn't work, so we'll just stay away from that. We should be back, so welcome back. This is herO Jieshi. We're like 5 minutes in. Oh, I don't know, I just don't know what happened. So I've got no idea what just happened there, so sorry. And we are going to be going into this game. So what's happened so far is that herO has actually been very aggressive with Oracle play early. And because they both opened Stargate, they are both heading in towards Phoenix against Phoenix play right now. So there's a little bit of harassment going around. It's definitely been herO who's been picking off more and more workers. That said, though, Jieshi has been killing off a lot of armies, taking a good army supply lead. He has a few workers down, but he has other advantages to play with. So we should be good. Let me just say, should be back in 1 minute. Just so you guys know, we're not hosting someone, are we? I unhosted. Thank you very much, by the way, LaserSec, for the 9-month resub. I will name it Wardilla. The next kid is to your name, Wardy. Oh, thank you, mate. Cheers. Thank you very much for the 9-month resub. Can we get some SJ hearts in the chat, please? As I'm still just trying to make sure that we actually do go online. Frustrating, guys. I'm sorry. That's why you never play with things when the stream is live, I guess. Here's me plugging in the HDMI. Looked fine. Nope, not at all. Not happening. That's really strange. What a weird thing to happen. Right, and this game, we should be live in like 20 seconds. Obviously, there's like a delay, and that's what's making it awkward right now. Ooh, DT from Jieshi though. Actually, the DT there's an observer of herO. Where is it? Okay, there it is. 5 workers killed though. I mean, he's finally getting some counter damage done. There we go. The stream is back. He's finally getting some counter damage done, so that's nice. So we do come into this, guys, and no, there's not really anything too crazy that's happening then. It's been kind of exciting, some workers being killed, but neither player really comes out with a major advantage, I would say. 7 Phoenix to 5, and that is an advantage which he will continue to build on. It's actually kind of a choice, though. Jieshi is saying, well, actually, I'm not just going to stop making Phoenix. I'm going to go into Blink Stalkers instead. And that's a very interesting sort of decision, because generally in Phoenix vs. Phoenix, if you don't do well with the Phoenix, if you stop building Phoenix, you're generally going to kind of come out in kind of the lesser position, especially when you've already committed into like 5 Phoenix, because then they become almost, you know, that basically just kind of came out of, you know, you kind of, you know, you just sort of commit to 5 Phoenix and they're not going to do anything. So it's kind of interesting. Anyway, guys, please do let me know if the sound's okay. It looks though the video's okay, so let me know if the sound's okay, if the volume levels are alright, if you can hear the game sounds and me. If they're not, I can fix them between the games. It's just because I'm on a different setup here today, because I've been at LAN, my sound options on my account have been messed up drastically, so please do let me know. I would love to find out and see if there's anything we can fix, so just keep me right, please. And, yeah, perfect. So everything's good now, so we can just focus on the game. Perfect. Alright, so Blink is on the way up. That's something we mentioned. Receive Resonating Glaives. I love the fact that herO knows he's got a Phoenix advantage and just says, well, actually, at this point, I don't need to make any more because I'm already going to win that fight in the sky and have Phoenix left over to utilize later. So he stops building Phoenix and goes into his own Disruptors. He's also about to hit a +1 upgrade. He decides to go into Resonating Glaives as his upgrade off the Twilight Council. So it's two very different ways of playing this out. The Stalkers coming up from Jieshi almost as just a way to actually kind of fight against these Phoenix. And just going into the sort of Disruptor Adept out of herO is going to be just interesting in general. Now, I actually kind of don't know how I feel about the Disruptors, because, yes, there isn't as many Phoenix for Jieshi, but they're still there. And Phoenix still are these units which can lift up Disruptors and cancel their shots, and can be a big negative to the playstyle. So, it's kind of interesting, you know, Disruptors with Adept especially. Usually he plays sort of Disruptor Blink Stalker. He's sort of playing Adept and Model into the Disruptors, so it is intriguing. We see a lot of workers starting to go down. And those are herO's workers which are being killed off towards the third base. As 3 DTs run in, they get out before the detection comes into play, and Jieshi maintains the supply lead. So Jieshi maintains the supply lead here. You're going to see there's a few units just going to turn once again. Going to come in. Actually, just going to chase down a few of these units. Stalkers are going to get picked off. So a whole bunch of Stalkers are going to get picked off. Disruptor shot. Oh, it actually turns around, but I think the Disruptor actually died before anything happened there. As you can see, herO, well, the Immortals look to do so well against these Stalkers. The one Archon in the front from Jieshi is definitely helping, but I just don't think he's doing enough. And especially with the Immortals, he's just chewing through these units. He got rid of the Archon. I mean, the Phoenix, they did lift a couple of the Immortals up just to try and take them out of the equation to get rid of that DPS during the engagement. But there was just too much there in the end. And we're just going to be seeing this gateway. This pylon will go down, and honestly, herO is just looking to be in a very good position after that hold. It was looking fairly close, maybe even Jieshi advantaged as he did some damage with the DTs, etc. But at this point, herO actually maintains a +1 attack upgrade lead, about to hit a +2 attack upgrade lead. He's just about doubling the army supply of his opponent, and just in general, things are looking very, very good for herO right now in game number 1 of our Leifeng Cup today. And this is our first of 6 best-of-3 series, which we'll be seeing today, guys. Obviously, sorry for the rocky start, but yeah, first of 6 best-of-3 is always good, always fun. As you just see more units just gathering together from Jieshi up to the top side. And now we do see Adepts and Mortal Stalkers, this one Disruptor, all join up together. We're going to see a few of the Adepts starting to shade forwards here. And I mean, it's just herO has joined everything together now. And especially with the Glaives and the Adepts, I actually think that'll be one of the major differences here, because the Glaives does help a lot, and the Adepts are going to be a major part of actually not just tanking, but even just doing damage. Adepts do a lot of damage. This Disruptor shot does not really go far at all before he gets lifted. And it's good Phoenix play by Jieshi to make sure he's minimizing the damage the Disruptors are doing, but it's just not going to be enough. That'll be GG, and herO will take game number 1 of this best-of-3 series. Ah, yes, so apologies for that too. We're just trying to fix everything today, basically. We're just in fixing mode. Alright, let's go into game number 2. We have to the top left-hand side our purple Protoss player. It's Jieshi. And down to the bottom right, it's going to be the red Protoss player. Let's hear it if you're cheering on herO. And guys, I am just in my bedroom. This is literally just my bedroom. I'm in my same house as normal. I'm just in my bedroom because I am just, yeah, the room I usually cast in has been redecorated. It's been redecorated over the weekend while I was away. It's just missing, well, it didn't have the carpet in until like 2 hours ago. And so I just didn't have the time to get my desk back up and my computer in and so on. in time. And also probably better just to leave the room clear. Let my dad kind of put all this stuff in and make a noise and just stay out of the way a little bit and stuff like that. So that's what we're doing. So yeah, I'm just in my bedroom. It's nothing exciting or anything like that. Just my bedroom. I guess it's kind of exciting because you guys never see my bedroom. I barely even use my bedroom myself though, so it doesn't really kind of matter at all. I actually don't. I literally come in here, sleep, and go wake up, go back to my PC. So, guys, to the bottom right hand side is our red Frost player from CJ Enters. It is herO. He's going to be going up against the purple Frost player to the top left hand side, Jieshi. As we set on up into game 2 of this best of 3 series, we're going to see a Twilight Council already on the way down, proxied at that by Jieshi. And obviously, proxy Twilight Council generally tends to move towards Dark Templar playstyles. So that's what we're sort of heading towards here right now. Just see how exactly this is going to set up. Now that said, looks as though the herO wants to proxy himself with proxy Stargate. Now, it's going to be one of those interesting games where if it is a proxy Stargate that comes down here, well, Stargate, you know, if you get an Oracle, at least you have some detection on the map. But it's not guaranteed to be very reliable detection, and that's your issue. And that's where the DT player can really begin to prevail. Now that said, there isn't a Dark Shrine building just yet. Jieshi is yet to really kind of show us what he wants to do with the Twilight, and we've had the Probe being next to that kind of proxy location. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a Dark Shrine at all, it's going to be Blink instead. So, just going to open in such a way where he's going to play very aggressively. Now, he actually opened with 1 gateway. Now, that was sort of expected considering it's a fast deck, but it does mean he doesn't necessarily have as much unit production, which means adepts like this could get a lot of damage done potentially. We're just going to see these adepts coming in. There's going to be taking off a couple of these probes here, so 3 probes killed, 4th probe as well. You can see his overcharge going down, and again, adepts continue to pick away at probe after probe after probe. So 5 workers killed. We do see another pile just down here from Jieshi. We're going to be seeing an Oracle actually on the way out from herO. So Oracle building up from herO over on this top side. And, well, that's what we expect now. The Oracle against just Blink. Well, obviously Blink is kind of nice to kind of defend against like something like this, but at that same time, the Oracle should still get some damage done because obviously Jieshi wants to play aggressively. And so it is going to immediately kind of force units to come back home, but initially there won't be any units at home either. So we're just going to watch this main base because the Oracle is about to fly on in. It's about to see what damage you can get done. In from the right, over to the left. Already Stalker's walking in, he sees it early. Overcharge is popped. Oracle stays alive, losing only kind of shields really though, so that's nice for it. That's exactly the sort of position he actually wants to get into, actually, really. Dark Shrine is continuing to come up here as well from Jieshi. You can see another Stalker warping in. And that's just going to have a continued look around as well here, just to see what else it can get up to. That Oracle actually getting very low in the end, so it did take a couple more shots than I originally saw. Dark Shrine's coming down, so that's a follow-up. Obviously, herO sees this, so he can respond now very quickly with his own Robo Facility. As 2 Stalkers are currently working their way through this pylon now. The Stalkers will come in from his opponent, but at this point I think it's just worth staking around 2 killer elf. He might lose 1 Stalker here. He is going to lose 1 Stalker. And actually, there's the Blink forwards, but with Overcharge, it's okay. 1 more Stalker gets low, but does manage to pull back far enough. So we're going to see this Robo Facility is just going to be building up here, going to be finishing up from herO in the main base. That'll finish shortly. Once again, a few Stalkers are usually gathering together just towards the bottom right-hand side. Oracle from herO is going to move down the left and just look to see what kind of direction he can get into. A couple more Stalkers coming in from herO and everything just joining up together. And this is the thing, Jieshi is very committed to this. He's on 1 base, he doesn't have a follow-up at all. Well, he's got the Dark Shrine, but if herO saw this, then he has an Observer, right? So it's not going to do a lot. I mean, he's got 2 overcharges to push through still. He's got his opponent on a natural expansion. Not looking great for Jieshi, and actually, I think one of the main things is he doesn't have any high ground vision. Mothership Core is still sat at home. There's actually no way for Jieshi to bring this towards the bottom right-hand side of the map and get into location to blink up into the main base. So he's got a blink, which he can only really use to kind of, you know, defensively pull back units one at a time. He can't make any major plays to kind of out-position his opponent or anything, so it's a little bit of a tough one, honestly, right now for Jieshi, who's just looking around. He's going to try and find a way to make this happen, but I don't know how it does happen, honestly. You're going to see these Stalkers blinking away again. So just defensive blinks, as we mentioned, we might be expecting to see before. A few more Stalkers warping in. I mean, this one here really is just so well defended. This overcharge is going to go down. I mean, how far are we from another 13 seconds? At this number of Stalkers, the overcharge doesn't have as much of an issue. Obviously, the more units there are, the less important one single kind of output of DPS is. As nice status board. Very well placed just then by herO, knowing that he was probably going to be pushing his opponent back in the very near future. Just able to get really kind of right on top of that, as you see. I love that as well. The Immortals just sitting back and kind of leading the charge to some extent as well, just being like, come at me. Well, I'll kill you very quickly. These Stalkers can't go anywhere. I mean, even if they blink, he's going to try and blink up the high ground, but he just doesn't have high ground vision, so he can't blink that far away. He actually picks up every single kill. So herO gets 3 Stalkers. Nice little catch, and he's going to continue up towards the upper left-hand side of the map. So herO continue to move up this direction. Another status board. Well, that's actually half the Stalkers of Jieshi caught right there. Maybe not quite half now as reinforcements come down the ramp, but it's a heck of a lot. 4 Stalkers is not something to mess around with. As we're going to be seeing these units continue to move forwards, and it's going to be taking down a couple more of these pylons, and well, there just isn't the same sort of defense here for Jieshi as there was for herO a few moments ago. Those Stalkers do try and blink away to the right side. I mean, at the same time, that's completely fine for herO because he's going to push through this natural. May just go up into the main base. There's a pylon here firing Stargate, which is making a Void Ray, which is his way to try and maybe survive this at this point. It doesn't look great right now. Stalker's just splitting up a little bit. And this Oracle of Jieshi just, well, around. He's gone into this Stargate as a kind of like a follow-up, which is, well, weird, honestly. I mean, yeah, he's forced some overcharges already, so maybe he can get some damage done. But at this point, it almost feels as though he needs to do a lot more than just kill some workers, And obviously, maybe he built this before his expansion got killed or whatever, but yeah, that would have been pretty crazy. Alright, so Observer pops up from herO. You don't have an Observer before. Wow, you didn't have an Observer earlier, so maybe some DTs could have been damaged, but I guess at the same time, 3 DTs don't do a lot when they're, well, if the Observer can be Corona boosted. It's one of them things as well, Jieshi just doesn't know whether herO actually built the Observer or not, he just assumes he did, so he just doesn't bother actually building the DTs, which is, kind of nice. I guess if you really needed it, he did have the Oracle kind of nearby, right? So if you needed to, you could have brought the Oracle in to detect. This is something interesting I kind of realizes he kind of has this Observer popping out now. It's like a bit late. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. But I think he was completely fine anyways. I don't think it would have been... I don't think it would have kind of changed the game to any kind of greater extent. Stalkers from Jieshi out of position over the side of the rocks as this attack from herO comes up through the center. Jieshi doesn't have anything in location. I mean, he's got kind of actually quite a lot of his army in location, but it looks like nothing because that's just how far behind he is at this point in the game. Nice micro from herO as well, just doing some funky warp and stuff as he also hits another status board to the right hand side. Small plays that actually really do add up. I mean, 4 Stalkers here, 4 there, 3 here. They all add up. That's a lot of units over the course of the game to just get for free because you status boarded them and pick them off on the road at a later point. GG, herO will take game 2. He will take our first series of the day for Tuesday.